Welcome to my channel. In this video I will be showing you how to remove your M57 engine inlet manifold. There are 12 10mm screws on the left side of the manifold. You will need to loosen the screws with 10mm socket, as there is a stop to the end of the screws that prevents them from removing it. The screws are not hard to remove, but while screwing the bolts, make sure you don't over tighten them as they will crack or break the manifold. So once you feel a tension, it's time to stop. You'll also need to remove the EGR valve, in which I will put in the description below or in the suggestions tab. There are 7 more nuts that you should need to remove. This time you need the 11mm socket and the extension bar. Some of the nuts are rusted, so you need to be extra careful while removing it so that the socket won't slip from the nut, otherwise it will cause you a headache. These nuts are a little hard to remove as they are rusted to the holding screws, but you can spray WD-40 on it to loosen it up a bit.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Once you loosen the nut, you can easily remove it with your hands using socket extension bar. Some of the nuts can fall to the housing, but you can get them with a magnet. Now sometimes the nut will get stuck to the holding screw as it rusted, but it's not a big deal, you can screw it back on. Removing the last 2 nuts will be a little hard if you're working on E53 X5 or a Rover L322, as it's hard to reach, therefore I would suggest you to stand on a stool. You also need to remove the oil stick using a 10mm, but the camera was out of battery so I couldn't record it. You need to make your way towards the back, as there is one more 10mm bolt that holds the hoses, and also an inlet manifold pressure sensor, in which that is a connector. The pressure sensor has a click-on connector that you need to pinch from the sides and pull it down to release it. Thank you for watching. If you did like the video, please make sure to comment, like and subscribe.